Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Hope the fat man brought you everything you wanted and then some. But if not, there's always next year. We got New Year's coming around the corner, so guys, be good out there. Behave yourselves. Don't do nothing dumb. You guys know who you are. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. Okay, year 2025 is about over. It's about upon us. It's almost done. Trying to get one more done before the end of the year. Not sure what's going to happen. So we have 8 in total. Quota's a little down this year. That's okay. We had a lot of family things going on, things like that. Yeah, so not bad. We didn't do too bad. It wasn't a bad year. So I figured to show you a little year in review, class of 2025, if you will. Show you some of the builds we've built over the year and some of the awards we won with those builds at some of these shows. And once again, as always, guys, it's great meeting everybody at these shows that we attend to. If you guys don't go to model shows and you build models, it's a must. I don't care if you have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you have. It don't matter if you're even on any platform. Just go to a model show, hang out with the guys. The shows are great. It's a great time. It's with like-minded people. They're amazing. If you guys don't ever go to a show, you got at least go one in your lifetime if you don't ever go. They're worth it. And you want to buy things, everything's like discount price. I mean, shows are the way to go. So once again, always glad to meet everybody at the shows. New friends, old friends. It's just a good time. Once again, appreciate everybody that's subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it, guys, for tuning in and hanging out with me at times. Yeah, so that's awesome. Once again, really thank you for that. So without further ado, we'll take you over to the bench and we'll show you some of these builds, kind of one by one, kind of go over them a little bit and just do the kind of the review wrap up. I figure I'd get on it before the year's out, because I put the pro in procrastination, so I figure I'll do it now, just get it over with. So let's go to the bench and let's take a look at these. All right, guys, number 1 on the build list. This was the Mobius 1972 Ford tow truck. So this was a pretty fun build. It was a pretty exciting build when this first hit the street. Everybody and their brother was out doing one, so we figured we'd jump in on the action, and this is the rendition we come up with. I kind of did the little backwards on it. I oopsied it. I should have did the interior different color. I did it in red. I started with that first, and then I realized, oh, the decals are only in white. So I kind of limited me with the red interior. Should have went with the black or blue and it would have been a little better, but that's okay. So we did this one. We finished up around February 9th of 2025. And it's been to a lot of model shows around the countryside. So as you can see in the background, we took it over to the Roanoke show. That was on March 8th of 2025. We got a 3rd place with that one in the commercial and public service category. And also it's September 13th we went over to Wisconsin to the Midwest Scale Model Madness number 5, and we got a 2nd for commercial on that one, so that was very honoring. I'll tell you in the beginning here, I usually don't build for the shows. I'm always honored to get something. Everybody likes to get recognized and whatnot, but very cool either way. So I'd just like to take and show the work off. And like I mentioned earlier, guys, go to the shows. They're a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun. So this build was pretty cool. I was painted with the Tamiya white, and that was done with MCW black gloss, and that was MCW 2K clear over top. A little bit of polish and all that fun stuff. And the back rigging and all that, that's all done in Tamiya white, along with some Elclade silver on the back for the diamond plate. The decal on the back, I took that off and kind of cut the stripes out separately because they kind of had a weird hue to them, and they just wouldn't come out of there. Did some white letters on tires because I'm a huge white letter fan and all that fun stuff. So this was a pretty fun build. I had a lot of fun with it, and I might do another one sometime. I have a few of these here, but they're... Yeah, so the antenna is laying in the back, as you can see it kind of laying there. I think our last trip, it had a little bit of a rough ride, so a few things broke off. There was a mirror broke. I had to put that back on before the video. But the antenna, is what it is. So there we have, that was build number 1 of the year. And like I say, we finished that one around February 9th. So that's that one. So let's take a look at number 2. All right, guys, this is build number 2. I believe this was finished up right around March 2nd, 2025. This was built for the Steely's group build hosted by JT over I Need My Garage Time. So it was a great build. Love doing this car. It was a very fun build. If you guys get a chance to build this kit, it goes together very well. Once again, I'm always that guy that paints everything white, black, red, maybe a blue once in a while. And I thought, you know what, I gotta do something different. Trying to pick a color, and I ran across this color. This is MCW Burnt Orange Metallic Gloss Enamel. Beautiful looking. It's been to quite a few model shows, so if you guys have seen it in person at the shows, the video does no justice for the color of the paint. It's a gorgeous color. This does have MCW 2K clear on it, and it is polished out. So it has 3D printed wheels on it, and tires are out of a couple different kits, because this era of car just screams white lettered tires. Absolutely, all the way. So this car is pretty much box stock. As you can see, there's no mirrors on it, so it's kind of a plain Janer kit. There's nothing special on it, nothing really fancy under the hood. It's just a basic builder. But once again, if you guys are looking for a really nice build, if you run across one of these, pick one up, because it's like I say, it's a fun build. So this was build number 2 of the year. All right, guys, build number 3. This is a 69 Dodge Dart by Revell. This kit was the build for the USAC build. This is the USAC Dart last year, and finished this right around March 25th. It was right at the due date, I think it was. Yeah, so this was a difficult build. As one of those, I wanted to 3D print engine and all kinds of stuff for it, and it didn't work out for me. It's just fight. So it was one of those aggravation, but we got it done. So it turned out pretty cool all in all in the end. I tell you what, this is a really nice building kit. This kit builds up very, very nice. If you guys have not built this kit, highly recommend it. Even if you want to do something crazy with it or just mild stock out of the box, wonderful kit. So this has been to a few model shows. We did win an award with this for the paint. That was over at the Midwest Scale Model Madness 5. That was on September 13th, 2025. So that was very humbling to get that. I was very unexpected with that with this car. I guess a lot of it was because I had so many problems with the car. I just felt it wasn't fit for nothing. But the paint, I have to admit, did come out pretty nice on it. That was about the only plus I did with it. The wheels are 3D printed. Those are actually Porsche wheels. That's what those are from. There's some file I found online. I thought, those look cool, just something different. And the stance is just right, so it turned out really cool. So the paint is black MCW enamel, and the goldish color is MCW War Bonnet Yellow Metallic. Really cool looking. That was kind of a last minute idea, because I originally was going to take the Dodge Dart Hemi box art, kind of the decal they had on the side of there, and I was going to try to cut the orange out of the center and just use the yellow stripe, kind of like the box art has, and it didn't turn out too well, so that decal didn't want to work. Once you cut that out of there, it just kind of folded on me. I thought, okay. So I masked it off, and I used the Gallery red copper marker that you see in front of you, and I did the striping with that marker. So if you look along the edge of everything, it has a little bit of that marker along there, just to kind of give it a little different look to a little pinstripe look. And I think that turned out really, really cool. So all in all, very impressed with it in the end. Just one of those builds along the way. But super cool car. It was a great time building it, other than the few of my hiccups I had trying to modify things with the different engines and whatnot. I give you guys credit that modify stuff, because I have always such a fight with it, and I'm more of a box stock guy, and I know why. So anyways, this was build number 3 for the year, and like I say, it turned out pretty cool all in all in the end. And also the GTX emblems on the fender, those are bare metal foil under the paint. that is the coolest way to do a emblem, because it just brings out the detail and it just looks amazing. And the GTS across the trunk is the same way. It's underneath the paint, the bare metal foil. So once you're wet sanding that, you'll polish that paint right off there and just leave the high raised details, and just it looks great. So that was build number 3. Like I say, it wasn't too bad, all said and done. Just a really nice builder though. So like I say, I recommend this kit. It's a Revell kit. Go ahead and put one together. All right, guys, next one on the table is build number 4 of the year. I believe I finished this right around May 8th. So this is our 85 Trans Am by Monogram, 1/24th scale. Everybody loves a Trans Am, especially black and gold. Oh, you can't go wrong with that, I tell you. I'm a Mustang guy by heart, but I'm a sucker for these F-bodies. I'm just telling you, any Trans Am, I love them all. I think they're great. Huge fan, huge fan. So anyways, this was painted MCW black gloss enamel, and we used the Tester's gold on the bottom and for the wheels. That was very tricky, just because it's that gold paint. You cannot handle that very much. I must have painted those bottom panels multiple times, just because it would rub off on your hand and all that fun stuff. The kit did come with decals for the transition between the black and the gold. Tried putting them on there because it had kind of a yellow stripe in there. They would have looked really, really cool. But I did use the kit decals that come with it. And I tell you what, I had a little issue with that decal on the hood. It was just white haze, and just the glue underneath of it. Woo, it was just crazy. But we got it handled. It looks pretty good in the end. So overall build, very pleased with this. It turned out really nice. It draws a lot of attention when it goes places. Like I say, a lot of people love a black Trans Am. So they took this over to the Great Lakes model show. They had a Great Lakes Challenge. That was October 4th of 2025. That was the IPMS West Michigan show. So we picked up a second place with that. So very honoring with that. That was very cool. Like I say, fun build. I really enjoyed this. Like I say, I'm a fan of the car, so I was a little more meticulous with it. I always do my homework on, what they look like in real life, just to make sure I get in the right details on them, especially if I want to get a good one-to-one replica. So I feel I did pretty good on this one. And it was just like I say, a great build. The paint turned out really, really good on it. I was very happy with it. All in all, just a fantastic looking model, all said and done. So that was our build number 4 for the year. All right, guys, this is build number 5 of the year. This is the 67 Mustang GT Fastback by AMT. This was built for a group build at Woody Scale Model Garage. This was the rock and roll group build. So you built a car basically on a themed song of some sort from back in the day. And I wanted to go something different like I always do. So we went with Dick Dale and his Deltones. And this is Wild Wild Mustang was a song. Talks about the 289 with a four-barrel carb, 4 on the floor, dual exhaust. I thought, oh my gosh, this is like perfect car for that song. I love that song. It's awesome. Go check it out. Listen to it. This was done in the MCW Miss Green Metallic Gloss Enamel. Beautiful color. It fits the era just perfect. I love that color. I have like 3 bottles of that, maybe 4 bottles of that stuff here. Just every time I get some, I'm like, ooh, give me another bottle, because I love it. It looks really good. Great looking build. I believe this is completely box stock, minus the license plate in the front. I believe that'd be the only thing that'd take it out of a box stock category. It's been to a few shows around the countryside, and just a great looking build. Really pleased with the color and the way the paint come out. Just very nice looking. So once again, that's got the 2K clear on it by MCW, and it polished out really well. We got a tinted window in the back. We did that with the Tamiya smoke and all that good stuff. So we did a little bit of bucket treatment in the front. Just to kind of set it off a little bit, because I think that looks really sharp, kind of like a 69 Mustang had back in the day. I just thought it looked kind of just something different, along with the little air dams in the back, little side scoops there. I think that looked really sharp, kind of just set it off. So there we have build number 5. All right, guys, build number 6 Finished this one right around July 27, I believe it was. So this is the Monogram Mustang SVT Cobra convertible in 1/25th scale. Oh man, I love the paint on this. This was probably my favorite paint to date. This is Bob's paint. This is brandy wine over top of silver base. And just beautiful. Boy, that turned out really nice. I'm kind of curious sometimes what it would have looked like under gold base. But I did the silver, and I think that turned out very, very sharp. So this is got a few extra add-ons to it. We did seat belts to this car, and of course you can see we got some 3D printed wheels. I tried different color combinations, different sizes, and the white actually looks the best. I did black, silver, magnesium, just all different colors, and the flat white just, I don't know why, it just kind of stuck to me, and like, yeah, that looks good. I think it looks good anyways. But we did the Tamiya smoke on the headlights. That turned out really, really cool. So all in all, great build, fun little car to put together. I mentioned before the other 67 Mustang was a nice build. This one is also a great builder for that nice, easy kit to put together. We also did some dual exhaust on it. I put some stainless tips on there, just some K&S aluminum tubing cut back because I love that exhaust as it comes out back like that. Just kind of sets it off. So once again, a very nice build. You guys looking for a nice builder kit, this is also a really good one to put together. And it looks good. It has a nice stance to it all said and done. And all in all, just a great kit. So this kit was, like I say, number 6 on the list. So we'll move on to the last 2 here. All right, guys, we got Bigfoot 5. We finished this one around September 11th, I think it was. And it was just the day before we left for the Wisconsin Midwest Scale Madness show, number 5. Like I say, great show. That's one of those shows you guys got to go to. It's just a really nice, great venue type thing. Very cool. So I got this done in time for that show. That was its first unveiling. I did no videos, nothing on it ahead of time. It just popped one day at the show, and boom, there we have it. There was Bigfoot. That's how I kind of wanted to keep it kind of a secret when I was finishing it up, and that's how it turned out. So this is my favorite build as of date. This is my crown jewel, my Mona Lisa, however you want to say it. This turned out way better than any of my expectations, and I'm just very proud of this. Such a great build. This here is basically the 95 XLT kit cab, as you can see in the box on the right side picture. And everything, those accessories, bug deflector, tonneau cover, all that stuff come in that kit. So I was pretty blessed with that. Did a lot of work on this to make it look somewhat original. It's obviously not because the decals, I had a hard time finding decals. Just different things to kind of replicate the original, but there's tons of pictures of this thing, and it's almost in every year truck they did. So it kind of like it's kind of sky's the limit on what you really wanted to do with it, because there's so many variations of this. So I figured, well, we should be okay. So the Bigfoot decals are out of the 87 Bigfoot kit, which I was kind of shocked they still worked out okay. I was very shocked at that. So we got the Ford decals on the back. Those are out of some NASCAR kits. And so on, the Firestone decals are out of the Firestone Superstone truck. So there's a lot of kits that got opened up to make this kit happen. So I did a lot of digging and experimenting and all that good stuff. The livery decals in between the tires on the frame, those are out of the 91 Mustang LX drag car kit. Just all kinds of fun stuff. So basically the cab is that, and then anything down from the cab is all 3D printed. I got about 40 hours plus in print time printing all this stuff, all the file that I purchased. The swing is a separate print, and just a great build all around. I'd like to say a lot of trial and fit and errors, and it was unbelievable trying to print it different ways to make it look better and all that good stuff, but it turned out really, really good in the end. And I was just like I say, very happy with it. This is done in Jamaica Blue. That's the MCW paint, and it's got MCW Clear 2K on it, and this is, I have to say, one of my best paint jobs. This is not polished, not wet sanded, nothing. It was just straight out of the airbrush. I was just super stoked, especially I was so crunched for time. I couldn't believe there's like zero dust in it. I was amazed with it. So very happy with it. Yeah. So the tires, the decals on the tires, those are actually often our 3D, or those are often our Cricut maker. That's the real thin vinyl, and it was like a matte color white vinyl. Printed a couple different variations to see what looked good, and I think those turned out pretty nice. The flag on the back is a large-scale Woodland Scenics for Model Railroad, and they come pre-made like that. It's an actual stainless pole. I just cut it down to make it fit, so that turned out pretty cool. Once again, on that swing, the 3D print, back in the day, back in 2003, Ford had their 100th anniversary Ford show, and we went to that show, and they had this truck sitting there with that swing. So that was really cool, so I wanted to replicate that. So we've been to a few shows with this, and like I mentioned before, we went to the Midwest Scale Model Show. So DJ Vegas gave us the Rock On Award for his DJ's pick of the show, so I was pretty proud of that. Then we went to the Great Lakes Challenge over in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That was October 4th, 2025. We got a second place with this truck for that. And the ultimate win, we got a top 12 at the Acme Southern Nationals this year in October 25, 2025. We also have a excellence in model coin that they give us for this, which is something I understand they don't give a lot of them out. So once again, very humbling, very proud to get all those. So that was Bigfoot. That's build number 7 of the year, and like I say, that was a challenging build for me, because like I say, I don't do a lot of customization, and that was kind of over the top for me. But all in all, very happy with the end results. Last build of the year. This was done in October 9th, or right around that time, and this is the 1986 Monte Carlo SS by Revell. Great model. Goes together very good. Not a bad kit at all. My only discrepancy with the kit is those little quarter windows. They don't fit very well. I had to sand them down to make them fit really flush. And the decals. The decals, they go on nice, but I really wanted that Monte Carlo SS decal on the side of the door. The decals are kind of an orange, and boy, that color just washes them right out. And they say that decal is made for this color and black. Doesn't work on this. I couldn't even imagine what it looked like on black. You can barely see it. One door actually has that decal on there, and the other one does not, because I thought you can't even see it, so I didn't bother with the other one. So as the camera freaks out as it comes around, because I have LED lights in here, it just turned out really nice. I'm really happy with the build. Paint turned out pretty cool. This is MCW's Black Cherry Enamel. This was original color for the car back in the day. So pretty cool. And it's got MCW 2K Clear on top of that. Got some 3D printed wheels and tires on there. The original ones that come to kit, I think they just seemed like a little small for the car. So I went with these instead. I like the looks of them. I've had there's a few I don't know, but hey, I thought they looked pretty cool. Just the original ones, I just kind of thought they were too small for the car. Give it a little more modernized look. Just a fun kit. Highly recommend this kit if you can find it. I know they're getting a little harder to come by. It's just a great builder. Next time I'll do one in silver. I think that'd look really cool. Silver with blue interior. I think that'd look really sharp, and then we could really use those decals on there and see how they stick out. If we can find another one. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. But that is my build pile for the year. Like I say, we just did 8 of them this year, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I had a lot of fun doing it as always. And once again, I appreciate everybody watching the channel, checking everything out, and following along. So we will see you guys on the next video, on the next build video, and we will run with that. So you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Have a great New Year's, and we will see you the next time around.